Hi, my name is Katelin Yoon and I am 7G. I am creating this video because in health we learned about the healthy lifestyles, and I'm going to tell you about what the factors are for a healthy lifestyle. Cars and transportation has its positive effect because you can save energy by riding cars and gives rest for people who get stressed. Also, we can get to place more conveniently, easily, and faster. But on the other hand, there are some negative effects because gas that comes out can be pollution for the world, and people might have car accidents. I personally don't ride the car that much. Instead, I walk or ride the bus. I usually have all my academies or tutors near my house, which makes me easier to walk and have exercise. If some place is far away, I sometimes ride the car, but I mostly ride the bus, because since a lot of people are riding the bus, there is less gas from going out. For example, if 20 people are riding the bus, it's better than 20 people riding cars, which means 20 more gas come out. Instead, it would be more safer and good for the earth if you rode just one car. Smartphones help us because it makes us easier to do things in a short period of time. For example, you can email things and work in things at a short period of time with not a lot of technology needed. It's like a mini computer, so it carries around less weight. If you cannot memorize something, you can save it in a memo or message yourself. Also, you can have games and entertainments. But also, it cannot really help us because since people get used to not memorizing things and saving them in their notes, it might lack people's IQ and memory. Also, and there are some not useful ways for smartphones. Since you're not memorizing things, you might tend to keep on not memorizing things and tend to forget things. Also, people who stare at their iPhones for hours might have stick and muscle pain, and also they might have lack of exercise. I barely use my smartphone because I have my MacBook. The only time I use my smartphone is for listening to music and to get calls and other technologies that other normal phones can do. Often when I do use my smartphone, I use it for taking pictures and some memos I need to use. My dad uses it for work and for emailing and other things. My brother uses his smartphone for games and other entertainment that can be used. My mother barely uses her smartphone like me. I personally don't really need a smartphone because I only do the things that other phones can do too. School has a beneficial effect in our life because children can get education by learning in school. They can learn morals during schools and get better attitude by learning in school. They also start their social relationship and can get exercise and PE class. Since there's a lot of stairs and hallways that you need to cross, you can have a lot of exercise. But on the other hand, young children can have many stress because of school. School is a place where homework, tests, projects, and fighting comes from. You might have fights with your friends all the time and get bullied. Homework, tests, and projects give extreme stress because young people always want to play, exercise, and have more time with their family rather than being stuck in a room caring about homework and grades. Also, since your grades are coming out, you start worrying about college and your future. In my thought, I think school is stress, but also a place for education because I learned all my manners in school by how the people around me treat me. I myself sleep at late 12 to 1 in the morning because of the stress that school gives me. Report cards and grades sometimes make me think about the future and college. Social networking in a positive way is good because it can make friends closer, together and get to know more things about the friend and other people. Also, when you need to comfort, you can chat with your friend as your friend suggests about what you need to do. Social networking in a negative way is bad because rather than meeting up with a friend, if you're chatting with a friend, you can have less exercise because all you're doing is sitting in a room with your computer chatting. Social networking addiction is also scary because it can prevent you from doing homework and other works. Social networking has hacking systems which can cause danger to a person, and there are cyberbullying. Cyberbullying means bullying people through networking, such as saying negative comments about a person which can make people be sad. I do personally do a lot of social networking. I think this is a problem for me because sometimes I do not turn my homework in on time, or and because of the activities and I have less exercise. But it also helps me because I can get to know about homework and other information by asking my friends. After school activities are beneficial in some ways because you can learn extra things out of school. Also, it will help more because if you don't understand something in school, you can do after school activities. After school activities help you because it can get you ready for the future. For example, if you want to be a photograph person, since there's no education about photography, you can learn it outside of school. There are some negative effects too because you might have no relaxation after a long period after you are finished with school. You might want more relaxation and time to play rather than studying forever. I have after school activities 3 times a week. I think I should not complain because that is normal for an average kid and does not cause too much stress for me. A healthy diet is controlling what you eat so that you can live healthier. I learned that being skinny isn't related to a healthy diet. I always thought that if you're skinny, then you would always be healthy. But that wasn't always the case. I thought fat diet is good for your health, but I learned that fat diet is actually very dangerous for your health. Because since you're only eating one type of food, you cannot get the nutrition that your body needs. This is called anorexia. Anorexia is the loss of blood and the maintain of healthy body weight and obsession obse, obsessive fear of gaining weight. I learned that saturated fat and trans fat was very dangerous for our health because saturated fat is the fatty acid that comes out of the food and trans fat is actually the oil that the food is cooked out of. For example, French fries is cooked out of oils and in the frying pans, and trans fat is the oil there. Oil increases blood cholesterol levels and also contains fat around your heart, which can cause cancer and other heart diseases. I learned that grains are good for carbohydrates, which is the supplies used for food and the ideal source of energy for the body. And vegetables are loaded with vitamins, minerals, carbohydrates, and fiber. I personally do not like vegetables, but I am forced to eat them by my mom. Now I understand why vitamins, minerals, and etc. are good sources for the body. But being a vegetator isn't too good of a thing because meat and animal products are useful too. Milk, yogurt, and cheese contain excellent sources of calcium and protein, which gives you strong bones and helps repair and grow. Other meat products like meat, fish, poultry, and eggs and nuts provide protein, iron, and zinc, which helps blood flow and help wound. I am a girl and I especially need iron because girls about the age of 12 or older lose blood every month and need more blood flow. So now I am eating lots of fish, meat, and etc. Exercise is something we do to train and improve our body. Exercise prevents you from having heart cancer and others. If you are exercising often, lungs takes air and gives us more oxygen as their heart works to get more blood and oxygen to the parts of the bodies that are working. Heart and muscles becomes larger and stronger if you're exercising. If your exercise is like running, skipping, or hopping, it makes strong bones. Food process is better and the wastes are removed by making the body feel comfortable, and exercise makes us have good shape and posture. Endorphins makes us happy and confident. I do exercise often and it makes me have good posture. I have done ballet, basketball, and badminton before, and I have good posture, which is sitting straight up, and I am more flexible. But sometimes if I do not exercise for a while and I exercise again, I feel torn apart, so I think I should keep in mind to exercise often. I learned that I thought that if you are sweating, it is evidence that I am not doing a good job in exercising and not doing well. But I learned that sweating is a process of cooling down from the heat produced in the body and shows that it is burning down fat. If you are sweating, you are to drink plenty of water because sweat can often take away good things out of your body after you exercise. Different like the other girls, I sweat more. So I learned that sweating is a good source when exercising. Some exercise trains different parts of the body. For example, cycling and running trains only some parts of the body, but others like rowing and swimming gives the whole body a complete workout. Exercise can also give you skills. For example, gymnastics and ballet can make you more flexible and have better posture, and helping you go through places more easier and not be stiff. Running a lot can help you move faster and get less tired and makes you improve more in running. For example, when I first started my mile run, I was so tired. Even running 2 laps around the soccer field made me so tired. But now, after I trained a lot in running 1 mile, now I can run 1 mile as nothing happened. And also, I did gymnastics and ballet before, and since I did, I have better posture and I can move freely and never feel stiff. My healthy lifestyle is that my diet, I only eat fast food once in a while, and I exercise about 5 times a week, and I have relaxation about 2 times a week. And I do not have Hagwon, tutor, or academies and after-school activities at Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, which is plenty of time for relaxation. So I think I have plenty of time for relaxation. But my problem is sleeping because I have stress and homework, so I cannot sleep that well. So I sleep at about 12 to 1. So my family and friends helped me by my dad blocked my Facebook, social networking, and all my internet at 10, so I can sleep earlier then, which makes me want to finish my homework earlier. So these days I'm improving on sleeping earlier, and that's also my goal. Thank you for watching.